that into the mix, Scotland would have been in pieces. Remember, when Munsey was in and they were going, they were making it look so easy. In fact, the score when Munsey was still there, he'd made 60 off just 50 balls. It was 89 for 1. They've lost 4 wickets for 31 runs, and the game is turned on its head. As we expected the spinners to have a big impact, it's exactly what they've done. They've taken all the 5 wickets to fall so far. 4 to Lamachani, 1 to this man Mala. He's just a canny bowler, isn't he, for someone so young, Kushal Mala?
Yes, he's dropping the ball from the batsman's level of eye. That is very hard to pick. And you can see the VIPs in the VIP area. And nicely driven down the ground for a single by McMullen. Now they need a partnership. Matthew Cross has, I think, got his confidence back. Before he was haywire in batting. He didn't know what to do. Gulshan Jah kept out today's.
You have to remember as well, Paresh, that every run's going to count here. Yes, it's a great position for Nepal to be in, having been right up against the game when Munsey was flying. But from here, Scotland have so much time to bat. They'll want to restrict every run they can. In an ideal world, they'd like to bowl Scotland out for less than 200. But with Scotland having the time to rebuild and plenty deep batting line-up with Safi and Sharif all the way down at number 11, don't think they want to chase of anything approaching 240, even 230. Need to keep taking wickets.
Yeah, that should be in the mind of the captain Rohit Patel, because the death over hasn't worked out for Nepal. Oh, that was a ball with the armour. Dot ball to finish off the over. 4 runs given by him. That was a leg spinner, nicely read by Matthew Cross, leaving that delivery outside off stump. Look at that.
Also a little statement from Cross, just saying, I am picking you. Inside edge. Saved Matthew Cross here. Look at the position he gets into, though. That is the last place you want to be to Lamachani. He's gone back to a full ball, and I think there's definitely bat involved. It's the googly. Good decision from Durga Subedi.
Yeah, big deflection of the bat to the pads. Immediately after he played that ball, he showed the bat to the umpire, Matthew Cross.
Googly again. I think, in fairness, Cross is picking him out of the hand. Good piece of fielding at mid-wicket from, who else would it be? Dipender Singh Airi. That's the inside edge. Great decision. right on the money from Durga Subedi. Inside edge. Sweep shot. Floods into the pad. Might be some bat involved. Let's wait and see with the signal. Either way, it's going to be 4 to the total, but it'll be 4 leg buys.
Yes, that was right off the pads. Unlucky to end the over with the boundary for Lamichhane. 5 runs off it after 24. Scotland 129 for 5. Let's look at this again. Yeah, I think it was from the arm, the elbow and the shoulder. A very good decision again by the umpire, Durga Subedi.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you want to be. Get charged.
World in so many tragic ways, and I think it just stunted that growth of Kushal Malla, who'd come into international cricket as a 15-year-old, set that world record, and probably didn't get the opportunity to play and train as much as he would have liked. And then he went through that horrible lull in form, particularly with the bat in the initial games back from the pandemic. So badly he found himself not only not in the playing 11 but not in the squad, but having had really good form over the last 3 to 4 months.
Malla, I name is as a little dynamite of the team, and the trip to Pakistan has done wonders to him. That exposure that he got there, training with big names. Nicely played again with one hand by McMullen. 3 runs coming off this over after 25. Scotland 132 for 5.
probably 60 minutes time as we get up towards midday. This ground is going to be full, particularly if this constant stream of fans coming in continues. Great crowd, great atmosphere, and the perfect end to a really good series. As Raj Banshi probes away again, he's been excellent. Unfortunate to be wicketless thus far. 26 overs are gone. It's 133 for 5. Paresh.
Yes, he's very, very lucky to be still there batting. And the rare misfield by Kushal Brutel there, allowing the batsman to get back for the second. And talking about the spectators coming in, it's not one spectator per second. I think it's 2 or 3 spectators per second.
Pulled away. It's more like it from cross. He gets the gap. Not altogether short, but just short enough to punish into the leg side, and he picks up a boundary. Gets into the 20s. Sometimes you've got to do it tough. That's what Matthew Cross has done, and he's still there.
Yeah, that was not that short by any means, but I think he reached the length very well. The last shot he played for a boundary was the similar ball by Kushal Malla. He reached the length very well and very quickly. That is why he rocked back to the back foot. That was not that short, and pulled it away down to mid-wicket region for a boundary. Well, Scotland building up a partnership here, 140 for 5. They need to continue this, counter-attack it with the short balls or poor deliveries, hit it out of the park.
Just a small partnership brewing to bring Scotland back into the game. It's 140 for 5 with 27 overs bowled.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you want to be. Get charged.
Ooh, hashtag spicy food.
Good diving stop from the captain himself, Rohit Powdell. You can get those tickets on the MyPay app. That's the only way to secure your place here. Otherwise, you might miss out. So make sure to get onto that MyPay app and book those in advance if you are coming. This has missed everything. Asif Sheikh, I think, thought it was going to hit the off stump instead. The end result's going to be 4 byes as McMullen gets beaten by one that's spun sharply but also kept very low, and not the first sign of inconsistent bounce.
Yes, that spun very sharply and stayed very low, and even Asif Sheikh was surprised by the bounce of the wicket, rolling down to the boundary for 4 runs, 4 byes. Nicely played again by McMullen, straight to short extra. And I think these two batters are doing well. In the slow tracks, the wicket is trembling a bit. There's a low bounce as well. Nicely flicked off his pads by McMullen for a single.
Yeah, and really the key thing here for all of the spinners is not to get greedy, not to go in and go searching for that wonder ball that pitches just outside leg and hits the top of off. Just keep plugging away. Plug away around off stump. Even a 4th stump line is good. It gives you that chance to build pressure rather than allow the free stroke into the leg side for the single. Just about there. Certainly wouldn't go any more leg side than that, as it straightens nicely on cross.
Yes, and Lucas Cross, he played it very late, let the ball come to him. He didn't go after the ball. That is the way you should play the spinners, the slow left armers like Lalit Narayan Rajbangshi and Kushal Malla as well. Nicely driven down the ground for a single. 6 runs coming off this over with that 4 byes. Scotland after 28.
Pick up that wicket of cross, but this is a good partnership. It's worth 28 and growing in stature. Scotland do bat plenty deep. Remember, Michael Leask, fresh from his maiden ODI century, is in next, and he may well be coming in with the perfect kind of period to bat for Scotland, maybe 15 to 20 overs, something like that. So a lot of cricket left to be played to decide this match as Cammy comes in from the Chobar end. Cross looks more comfortable against the pace immediately.
Yes, bowled at the right length by Sompal Kami, but gave a bit of room to the batsman. That is why the batsman was able to punch that ball towards sweeper cover for a single. And good partnership building up for Scotland here. They need to continue this till the 40th over. And we can say Michael Leask is in very good form. The century that he made, the maiden ODI 100, was against Nepal.
Beautifully bowled. Hasn't made contact with anything. Always keep your eyes on Asif Sheikh behind the stumps. He'll only appeal if he feels it's out. And nothing from Cammy or Sheikh here. Beautifully bowled though. Just a bit of movement away. Might not have even carried through either. With the seam bowler on, might be a good time to take some of your questions. I'm not going to get to all of them, but if you do want to get in touch, you can use that hashtag CWCL2 or message me directly, Andrew Leonard. That's at Cricket Badge, Cricket BADGE, on either Twitter or Instagram. Twitter's probably easier if you're on there. Slower ball, I think, from Cammy, worked down to the leg side. Any questions about, I suppose, our thoughts on the series so far? That's me, Andrew Leonard, or Paresh Lahani, the former national team captain. We've been with you for every ball of this. We've loved bringing you any questions on the structure, the format, where the remaining games are going to go, or where this match is going, just let us know. And remember to tell us where you're watching from, because we love to hear all the different parts of the globe that cricket is being enjoyed. That's at Cricket Badge. Send in those messages now. Another cutter, nicely watched by Cross, who's picked that off cutter, drives it straight to cover.
Yeah, he didn't go with the shot. Matthew Cross just stopped it. And talking about Asif Sheikh, he doesn't appeal to the ball which hasn't got a snick or a touch to the bat, or even the LBW. He doesn't appeal if the ball is going down the leg side. That is why he's got the ICC Spirit Award for cricket, the Spirit of Cricket Award. And the ball's staying a touch low by Sompal Kami. And he appealed very viciously against Matthew Cross in the Sompal Kami over. And that was definitely, there was a deflection seen down to Asif Sheikh's gloves, but was not given by the umpire. He appealed in that. You can see the reserves for the Nepali side: Bhim Sarke, Gulshan Jha and Surya Tamang, the young left-armer yet to debut in ODI.
I may see him in the UAE, you'd think. He'll have a role to play there in those turning wickets at the Dubai International Stadium. 3 singles come from Kami's return over. It's 149 for 5. So you just feel that Nepal are desperate for a wicket now to break this partnership. It's turning from an annoyance into something a bit more than that. The 6th wicket has put on 31 runs. It doesn't matter that it's come at a slow rate, because they had such a flying start. And thanks to George Munsey's incredible innings of 60 off 50 deliveries, 11 boundaries in that knock. Lalit Rajbanshi is on fire. He's bowling so beautifully. Funny old game, isn't it? You can bowl this nicely and end up with no wickets next to your name. You'll bowl much worse than this and take plenty.
Yet again, the drift, dip and turn, DDT for Lalit Naran Rajbanshi. He's bowling very well. A touch under 3 runs per over his economy rate.
Have to get a slip in. And Gyanendra Malla immediately is suggesting to his captain, he's actually running into the position. But Rohit Powdell says no. They have to put that slip into place. Rajbanshi proving unplayable. Cross having terrors against the spinners here so far in Kathmandu. Goes to his get-out shot, which is a sweep, and gets it behind square. And despite a good diving attempt in the deep, I think that's Sandeep Jor out there. It will be a boundary. 150 comes up.
Crowd applauding, and the 150 up for Scotland, and applauding for the effort by Sandeep Zora in the boundary line. Here you can see a nicely swept. Look at that full length dive. Got the hand to it, but couldn't stop the ball rolling down the rope. A very good effort by Sandeep Zora. Has been very good in the field. Now Sandeep Lamichhane talking to Lalit Naran Rajbanshi, the senior pro. Sandeep Lamichhane talking to his spinners. It's good to see that. Everyone involved in the game.
I think now the slip is going to come into place, despite that sweep shot. So the man who was at backward point, Gyanendra Malla, comes into a catching position. Again, it's all about the line. Just keep plugging away around the off stump or the 4th stump line. Even though you're turning the ball away, that's where you'll bring slip into play, bring Close catching cover. It's a good line. The bit of spin has spun it past Rajbanshi as Cross will get down the non-striker's end with a single.
That is how he rips the ball. Even after the batsman hits it, it spun into the wicket. Well, that's a lucky run for Scotland and for Matthew Cross. Moves to 29 of 47. A good partnership building here for Scotland.
Again, for the third time. That gap between keeper and slip here. As McMullen is able to keep this one out. We get to the 30 over mark. If Scotland were to double their score from here, they'd get over 300. And Nepal are all of a sudden in need of wickets. I think it's 154 for 5.
Above 5 runs per over, their current rate. Wickets till the end, let's say till the 45th over, and then unleash at the end of 5 overs. Remember, Nepali bowlers haven't done good in their death overs.
That's why wickets are so important, particularly with the big hilly Michael Leeskin next. I think that's why they're trying to get some overs out of Sampal Kami now in the middle. Don't want him bowling at the death.
Yes, the spinners have done wonders in this game for Nepal. 5 wickets taken by the 2 spinners, Sandeep Lamichhane taking 4 and Kushal Malla taking a wicket. Sampal Kami would have got a wicket as of Matthew Cross was not given out. Another good length by Sampal Kami. And line is also good. 2 dot balls to start off the over. The 7th for Sampal Kami. Very good economy rate for him.
Plenty of messages coming in. Let's get to a few of those. Rizan watching on from Dallas. Nice to hear from you, Rizan, in the United States of America. Nitish Timalsina says Sandeep Lamichhane is on fire. Certainly is. He's already picked up 13 wickets in the series. Nice to hear from John again. Watching on from Sydney in Australia. Rajesh Rejmi enjoying the action from Nepal here on home soil. This is guided down to third man, and we do have some questions as well. Ganesh Washti is watching on from Maryland in the United States of America. Manish Nuponi taking a day off today in Sydney to make sure that he can cheer Nepal on to victory. And a question from Sudan Lamichhane asking, hello Lenny, watching from the East Coast in USA. He says, at Cricket Badge, how does Paresh think that Nepal will perform against the UAE and Papua New Guinea? Firstly in the UAE and then coming back to Nepal. Top edge is going to run away to the boundary. Not in control of it from the youngster McMullen, but gets enough of it to get 4. The short ball is tended to go the distance here, and it's the same again.
Yeah, that was a very sharp bouncer by Sampal Kami. Not in full control by McMullen. Got the top.
It could have gone anywhere, but it's run away for 4. Kami will pull out.